So I've never done a film like this before. The film opens up in Iraq during a skirmish, and the Marines are using these kind of bug cameras for surveilling terrorists. Usually you're used to seeing the face of the character, of a human being, reflecting the emotions that you want the audience to feel. We had to use incidental music, meaning it has to be in the story, has to be in the room. They're outdoors, it's coming through a car radio, it's coming from somewhere. That bug camera is flying around in circles, following whoever, using the voice lock frequency to keep track of the characters. When you're watching everything through the eye of the bug camera, there's often a feeling like you want to see more. It's not showing you the angle you want. You want to get closer to her, or you want to get that shadow out of the way, or there's something. It can't see everything. It's meant to be sort of like you're looking through a keyhole. Like there's a filter there, there's a fog. So you squint and you want to see closer, but you can't quite see everything you want. Kind of like Jimmy Stewart in Rear Window. The girl in jeopardy is across the courtyard. He can't get there. He's in a wheelchair. His leg is broken.
What do we do? I don't know.
Just like our character, Bradley, can see everything horrible happening to the love of his life.
Is that what the waterfall is? I don't know.
And yet he can't reach out to save her, so he's doing everything in his power to try to get closer to her somehow. In that one short sequence where the bug is searching around on its own and it's escaping a crow that it finds it, and the bug camera is hiding in a little knot in a tree. There's only 2 cases in the movie where the fly comes in front of a mirror, and that's your opportunity to see the actual bug.
Where's Clay?
What's going on?
We can't have recognizable actors, because as soon as you have somebody, oh look, that's Scott Glenn, or hey look, that's Susan Sarandon, it takes you out of the movie. So it all has to be unknowns in the film. That is a rule of found footage films, because you're supposed to feel like this footage was actually captured in some desert or forest somewhere, and it really happened. That's the feeling you want. You can't have, oh, why did Sandra Bullock take this role?
If you only would have listened to me, Laura, before that man took you.
One of the actors, Terrence Tierney, his uncle was Lawrence Tierney, who the younger generation would know from being the scary bald guy in Reservoir Dogs. The story is set when they get to the mountains in Isle of Wight, but all that mountain footage was shot in Topanga Canyon.
This is all your fault! Your sickened behavior!
Charles Manson did actually live in Topanga Canyon for a short while, and he did actually murder somebody in Topanga, I'm sorry to say. You know, word got around that he lived in a pea green house, and the house that we shot in was pea green. So a neighbor actually caught these kids coming up to take pictures of the house we shot at. And they thought, did you know this is where Charles Manson used to live? Because it's actually true that Charles Manson lived in a pea green house in Topanga. Wasn't this house, though, sorry to say.
And Drive is storing all this.
There's a similarity between our hero and the villain, and that's what I wanted to focus on in this film, in that the good guy isn't always the perfect guy. He shares traits with the villain.
Do you think she's cool with you spying on your relationship?
You know, the whole Edward Snowden thing, everyone's watching, you're watching them, they're watching you. That's why the hero is also guilty too, because he wants to watch, and you, the audience, want to watch, and that's what makes us all kind of complicit in the same issue. It's definitely DIY, is that, did I get that? DIY filmmaking, and that you just have to figure out a way to do it. There's no, it's not in a book somewhere, and it's not in film school. They don't talk. It's like, how do you capture the scene within the context of the location, the characters, the premise?
It's some kind of camera.
Orson Welles, who said he enjoys painting himself into a corner.
This thing has been filming us the whole time.
The philosophy that necessity is the mother of invention.